was horrendous, saying this is a night about redemptions. I've watched it probably 50 times. It was painful to watch. Now, Eric Spoelstra today called that game a horror show, saying tonight we can't make any excuses. We must continue establishing our identity. But LeBron, he had a different take when reliving the loss, saying we got beat too bad to use it as motivation. Certain games you throw out, that was one of them. But Mike, Spurs coach Greg Popovich disagrees, believing the Heat will take the court tonight with something to prove, seeking redemption. Look for a quick start from the Heat, guys.
And you would think that, Heather, especially Hubie, the way we saw Miami come out, beat the Lakers in that tight game, finally get over that hurdle of we can't finish late. And then Memphis, they were just dominant right out of the gate, winning here Saturday.
Mike, we've seen them this year give us a half of great basketball at both ends of the floor. Then in third and fourth quarter, they would slowly give up more points than they score. In the last two, they've been consistent for 48 minutes at the defensive end and then scoring with the execution.
Spurs in white get the first possession. And here is the veteran Antonio McDyess, who has hinted that this will be his last year. But winner in their last game out over Houston on Saturday as Parker goes all the way to give the Spurs a 2-point lead.
One of the best finishers ever in the history of this game, especially for his size. He's about discipline right there.
What do you mean?
Well, he could have shot that very easily, and that's one of his best shots. But their emphasis is ball movement, swing from one side of the floor to the other, play the shot clock, and get high percentage shots. And it's hard not to shoot a ball like that. But we all know when you play for the Spurs, it's all about discipline and sacrifice. Parker and Ginobili are leading the team in shot attempts. 13 a game. That's all they take, 13.
Now Duncan takes it.
There you go.
And knocks it down. Tim Duncan. All NBA.
Behind the board, Mike. That was an extremely difficult angle.
Wade to Bosh.
Main thing when you go by Ginobili, it's not over because he loves
up in the next month in the playoffs.
Oh, sure. At playoff time, you know, Mike, he's going to play 38 to 40 minutes. We know that. But the strategy to rest the players has just been absolutely phenomenal with this record.
Good find inside of Duncan, who has 3 field goals. We mentioned McDyess in the starting lineup. The Spurs shut the paint off on Wade, and Popovich made that a priority defensively. They didn't stop him that time.
He's not going to hold up. He surveyed the situation. He didn't have any cutters, so he knew that he was isolated in a one-on-one situation. There's no one better off the dribble from that area.
Deep 2, he missed it. Jamal McGlure is in for Miami. Nice bounce, Ginobili to Parker. Oh, and the collision, LeBron at the stanchion. The stanchion series. Jefferson to the deck to take it away. Nice. Stolen by Wade. Chalmers.
One thing about Wade and LeBron James, you just can't clear the area. You have to understand, they're going to stay there if there's
over 50%.
We're seeing great defensive rebounding at both ends of the floor. No second shot attempts. They're wearing this out. They're going to force you to double team.
Wade lets the traffic clear. The double comes. LeBron fakes a 3. In for 2.
Oh, yes.
With the left hand.
Not bad.
An individual-based offense.
Well, the big thing that you're looking for is the movement of the basketball. And whatever they call, whatever they decide to run in certain situations.
Blair attacks and scores as they came out and doubled on Hill.
Because Miami can match him with their half-court defense, and outside of Ginobili and Hill, very few guys out there can beat their man.
Beautiful bounce from LeBron. Bosh to finish. He's having a great quarter, and Greg Popovich will take a timeout. Miss Bosh. Wade on the run. Bosh to follow.
And they're just out-hustling them, out-scrapping them on loose balls, holding them to one shot attempt.
Way to mention that Syracuse championship whenever possible.
Well, Pop is right back to his starting lineup right now. Before he substituted, they were ahead 16 to 14.
Jefferson missed it. Duncan fighting inside to get the hoop. And boy, when Duncan's out, this team does not have that length and that ability. Chance for San Antonio to get a little bit closer here. Blocked by Wade.
Here he is. He's going to jump out of the gym almost at that try to retrieve it.
That's right. Try to involve Bibby in some screen and roll action.
Oh, good.
Hill foul by Wade up the top. Oh, he did the look away, and
now watch.
You should look away.
Watch to the right. Watch to the right of the screen. You're going to see it come up here now. Even if LeBron caught it, there was no place to go. He was already behind the backboard once he made the catch and landed.
San Antonio, best road record in the NBA, tied with Dallas at 23-9. It's a big reason why. Tim Duncan, such a presence on the road. One to shoot, Jefferson.
Tough shot, and that was an excellent shot. I like the fact.
March with the teams that have a Latin population, strong Latin population in their market. Certainly the case here in Miami and down in San Antonio. Wade leans in, got the foul, got the basket.
Now you like to see a team come out of a huddle and run a set play. Now that was a dribble handle.
Many people talking about that today, so congrats on a job well done. There's two film producers in the studio. Hannah did a great job at her 30 for 30 with Martina and Chrissy.
You're all over him, okay? He can't miss a guy like that because now instead of it going from 10 to 12, all we are now is going from 10 to 8.
James, somewhat quiet offensively in the first half. McGlure and Bosch. And Chris Bosch in another big half.
McGlure is just in there. He's banging hard in field goal percentage this year. He's number one at 52%. Plus, he's shooting the three ball up at 39%. For him, that's great percentage.
His 21st made three of the season. Bosch and Chalmers working a little two-man. LeBron attacks off the weak side. In one.
I like what Chalmers did there. As he was driving the baseline, he's behind the board. He finds second. Yeah, McDyess had to leave Bosch that time, Mike, to double team the dribbler.
Beautiful feed.
Great block.
What a block by Wade. He got Duncan on that one.
Remember
Miami's been up 17 just before that. San Antonio did lead briefly at the midpoint of the first quarter. Miami just looks a little quicker and a little bigger here tonight. And a little better. Timeout. San Antonio as Bosch knocks it down at 16 points in the first half of this third quarter for the Heat.
We've been saying those two guys, Mike, all night long. Wade not only with the rebounding and the points and the assists, he's been all over the floor.
So Wade will have to chase Parker now. You have Neal, Hill, and Parker, three guards, and Tony takes it inside for two.
Well, everyone says, well, you know, Wade
with three than they have before.
Yes, and Mike, they can't get on the line. They're 4 for 6 on the line tonight, okay? And at the other end, we know that Miami is 21 for 22 on the line. The big three, 20 for 20.
James gets to a spot, finds Wade. Doesn't that look so much better than it did a couple of weeks ago?
You get a field goal, it could be 9 or 10.
James gets it. Ginobili fights him for it. 3 on the shot clock.
He wants the one-on-one.
He knocks it down.
You can tell that.
Yeah.
And there's no way that, you know, in that position, when he's in the Jefferson as a 4, Ginobili as a 3. And then Hill and Neal in the backcourt. Now they're gambling here.
Wade. 23.
Yeah, Mike, it still comes down to the fact that Wade and Bosch have just...
And very quickly, 18 points, Heat lead. Ginobili attacks at McGlure, left-handed finish, and a foul.
Well, that's Ginobili at his best. You could see as he gets down into the painted area, he knows that he has the shot. But watch how he leans into McClure to get the contact right there and then finishes. That's a very...
Wade on the attack. LeBron.
Oh. Now that is as good as it gets. Now that is as good as it gets. What a great look.
Wade will add to it. ESPN.com/late pass. Wade.
Where are the guards? Where are the guards? That should not happen.
And we know, right, James, another chase down block. A block party the last couple of games here at the American Airlines Arena.
See, people think it's easy to do what McClure is doing. Come on, the guy hasn't been playing. And then when he gets his time, he's giving you quality time.
Timeout, San Antonio. As good as Miami has looked against one of the best teams in the league. And they know it, and they feel it. These guys were very hurt.
To Memphis, and here tonight, we're sitting on the San Antonio Spurs with 73 points. They might not even get 80. So you have to give the defensive team a lot of credit. Their perimeter guys played great against Jefferson, Ginobili, and Parker all night long.
Foul committed, so Parker could come out of the game. LeBron was showing Dwayne how to tie the shoes together. I think Dwayne's going to give those shoes to somebody here on the opposite side of the floor at the end of the game. Mike Miller on the drive inside McClure, a national champion in '98 with Kentucky. Toronto-born McClure. Well, we know this. If these teams meet in the NBA Finals, everybody will say, well, you throw out the regular season because one team won by 30 and the other team won by 30 or so. James Anderson, the rookie out of Oklahoma State, missed it. And that will be all she wrote, and we'll have exactly that. 125-95 Spurs in Texas. 10 days later in Florida, 110-80 Miami. Done for the year, unless they see each other in June. There's that young man who got those Dwayne Wade shoes. Wade-LeBron combo. That is a heck of a night. Wow. And Wade and LeBron standing by with Heather.
Mike, thanks so much. Dwayne, 10 days ago, you guys lose by 30 points to the Spurs. Tonight, beat them by about the same token. What was the difference?
Well, the difference was getting a win versus the Lakers. You know, when you get that win, you get your confidence back. And we saw the things that worked for us, and it was defensively. And we stuck together through the whole time. So we're just trying to continue to keep going.
The media, especially, it seemed over that 5-game stretch, the sky was falling. Then suddenly 3 games you guys win. How has perspective changed?
I mean, that's the way it is, you know, especially in sports. You know, when you're winning, everything is good. When you're losing, everything is bad. So you try to stay even kill, never get too high, never get too low.
Dwayne, congratulations on the win. LeBron, what a defensive performance tonight. Your coach, Eric Spoelstra, talked about recommitting to your defensive identity. How did you do that tonight?
That's what it's about. In order for us to win games, we know we have to defend every night, and that's going to give us the best possible chance to win. And, you know, it was great for us to come out against a very explosive offensive team and hold them under their averages.
With 1 month remaining to the regular season, what are your team goals to get to where you want to be when the playoffs start?
We can't waste the opportunity to get better. You know, we're behind San Antonio, we're behind Boston, we're behind the Lakers and a lot of teams as far as chemistry on the court, you know, because they played a lot more games than us. So we can't waste an opportunity, a practice, a shoot around, a quarter. We got to continue to get better so we can show it out on the court when we get an opportunity to do it.
And what did you guys learn in that loss to the Spurs 10 days ago that really helped you get a win here tonight?
We didn't play hard. We didn't follow our principles, and when they started to make shots, we just threw all our principles out the window, and that's when they started to drill us for threes, a lot of threes. So we said no matter what, we're going to do our principles tonight. If they hit a few, let's continue to stay in the grind, and we did that tonight and just warm down.
We'll let you go enjoy the win. Thanks, LeBron.